The role of a teacher is really fascinating, but for some it is considered as a disgrace. In order for you to understand the actual professionalism of a school teacher, especially under primary grades, you have to understand what do they go through in order to get into the actual role of being a primary school teacher. Now this video will discuss the same part as to how you can stand out to include your level of professionalism as well as implement the teaching methodologies rightly. So with that note, we are welcoming you to Freshers Now channel, where we provide informative videos regarding careers. And we are not just going to discuss the skills, the careers or the salary of a primary teacher, but we are also heading over to know who is a primary school teacher, what are the skills that are required, and what does a primary school teacher do, how to become one, and what are the job roles as a primary school teacher, plus the salary of a primary school teacher regarding major locations in India as well as regarding to major schools that we are going to further consider. We are heading off with the introduction part, which is primary school teachers are involved with social, emotional and as well as intellectual, physical and moral development of their students in their class. They would be looking after their pupils and heading over to teach them moral behavior whilst educating them as well. They would be ensuring that children would be having good number of numeracy and literacy skills in order to ace their educational life further in the higher secondary as well. Next, it's what are the skills that are required for you to become a primary school teacher. Now some might say that it is quite an easy job to become a primary teacher because there's not much of responsibilities. But trust me, they have to go through a lot in order to fulfill the role. So first off, you need to have good set of training in order to plan your curriculums well and engage the class well. You have to have material science and team management in order to think creatively to engage all of the students alongside your teaching methodologies as well. You should have good organization and leadership skills in order to make sure that your class is well ordained and behaved. And if you want to know more about it, so you have to understand what does a primary school teacher do on a day-to-day basis. Primary school teachers would be actually responsible in teaching from grade 1 to grade 5, which is 1 to 5 classes, and they would be playing a very important role in developing the child's literacy, and further they would be working on their habits. Most likely they would be entering into a strict environment of teaching, whereas they would be giving out their pupils a good set of moral values and behavior. If you are really interested to become one, consider a few elements or few essential points which I am mentioning from here, which is having good organization and time management skills, taking initiative and treating every student equally. Further, you should have good imagination and creativity in order to make your class more interesting. You should have the energy, enthusiasm, stamina and also self-discipline in order to make sure that you are representing a positive attribute or attitude towards your students. Further, there are many job roles which you need to consider being a primary school teacher, which are connecting your curriculum standards into your daily objectives and to the instructional goals of the school. You should be able to be very communicative not only to the students but also to their parents as well. You should be developing and implementing classroom activities so that you would help the child to understand the concepts more. Further, you have to monitor and evaluate the student progress and their achievements so that you would be further enabling them and encouraging them to do more further good stuff regarding their education or studies. We have covered the major section of the video. Stepping into the next section, which is going to be what is the salary like. The salary of a primary school teacher on an average basis in India is 2,41,000 per annum according to the data given by pay scale. And from year 1 to year 5, you can see the graph is eventually showing 1,95,000 to only 2,54,000. Will this going to be just like that over the years? No, because as you can see, from year 5 to year 10, the graph is eventually taking a leap of growth. So it is eventually rising from 2,54,000 to 3,49,000 and then elevating to 4,19,000 or 4,20,000 when you land in between 10 to 20 years. So the more experience that you have in teaching, the more further exposure that you would be having in your salary and pay by experience as well. And looking into the major locations like Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Pune and Noida paying their primary school teachers. Starting off with Mumbai. The average salary of a primary school teacher in Mumbai is 3 lakhs per annum. And in Hyderabad, it's 1 lakh 80. In Bengaluru, it's 2 lakh 61. Pune, it is 2 lakhs 35. And Noida, it's 4 lakhs per annum. So you can consider that how much of a difference you can see. Why, you may ask. It might differ from school to school and to which level of school that you're working. That would be actually giving you the right set of exposure. Next, we are going to look into how major schools are paying. So these are the 2 major schools that you need to understand, just to give you an idea, a brief outlook about how primary school teachers are being paid. So the first one is Wipro, which is paying 3,15,000, and then in GEMS it's paying 3,18,000. With this note, you can understand how you can elevate your pitch according to your pay as well. So if you have further questions for us, do place them in the comment section. If you are already a primary school teacher, let us know what you do on a day-to-day basis in your professional life and your take along with your students. Further, thank you so much for watching till the end. Don't forget to subscribe to Freshers Now channel for more informative videos like this.